Warning, the following video contains bad language and is only recommended for ages 13 and over. Viewer discretion is advised.
What's up YouTube, this is Speardude21, and I'm over here with JackalGoldKick.
What's up YouTube, it's JackalGoldKick, and I'm here with Speardude21, and we're going to be doing a collaboration video talking about why trap beats and AutoTune are overrated.
So, when it comes to trap beats and AutoTune, they're just two examples of why most music sucks nowadays. Because a lot of these artists of today, especially in rap music, abuse the shit out of AutoTune and overuse trap beats all the fucking time. AutoTune and trap beats have a lot in common, and one of the many things that they have in common is that they make everybody sound the fucking same. Lots of these rappers who abuse the shit out of AutoTune all sound the damn same. Like, Designer sounds very similar to Future, and Young Thug sounds very similar to King. And there's also a lot more rappers who sound the same, but those are just some examples. And why do a lot of these rappers nowadays sound the same? Because of the fucking AutoTune. Now, there are times when I can tolerate AutoTune, like if the singer or rapper is using it in the right way and isn't going way too overboard with it. Like, let's just say that a song has an electronic sounding beat, like some EDM type shit. Sometimes AutoTune can be acceptable for a song with an electronic beat to make the song sound more robotic sounding and shit. And sometimes AutoTune can sound cool if it's done the right way. Like with Fifth Harmony and their song Sledgehammer. All the women in that group used AutoTune in that song, but it actually suited the song very well because of the cool, dope-ass electronic beat that the song had. And then there's Kanye West with his songs like Stronger and Paranoid. And there's also some other times where AutoTune can be acceptable, but most of the time AutoTune just sounds like complete shit. And lots of the artists who use it only use it to try to make their voices sound better, but it actually makes their voices sound way worse. And the reason why they use AutoTune to try to make their voices sound better is because they don't even have any damn talent when it comes to singing or rapping. And lots of these rappers who use AutoTune abuse the shit out of it to the point where they sound like retarded, dying animals. And it's just not enjoyable to listen to at all. And when it comes to trap beats, most trap beats sound the same, and most of them just sound like complete shit. I mean, there is times when I could tolerate trap beats, like in certain songs by T.I., Ludacris, A$AP Rocky, and some others. And the types of trap beats that they use actually sound different. But when these shitty rappers like Young Thug, Future, Tekashi 69, The Migos, and many others use trap beats, most of the trap beats that they use sound like complete crap. And most of them sound the same. Most beats take talent to make, but when it comes to trap beats, I've done research on how trap beats are made, and it doesn't even take much talent to make them. If y'all haven't seen my rant about ignorant kids and teenagers who say that older music sucks and disrespect and bash older artists, then be sure to watch it if you haven't already, because in that video, I went more in depth about why older music is better than newer music. And everything that I said in that video is the damn truth. AutoTune and trap beats are pretty much the main reasons why most music sucks these days. AutoTune and trap beats sure as hell weren't a problem back in the 70s, 80s, and 90s. And that's because garbage like AutoTune and trap beats didn't even exist back then. There was better beats, better lyrics, better vocals, and better everything back in the day than most of the shit that we're getting with music today. AutoTune is trash and trap beats are also trash as well. And most of these newer artists who use trap beats and AutoTune make some of the worst music ever. And that's pretty much all I gotta say for my part. So here is JackalGoldKick with his reasonings on why AutoTune and trap beats suck.
So when it comes to trap beats and AutoTune, I really don't care for them and I think they suck. I already did a video a while ago specifically talking about why trap beats suck, but let's talk about it in this collaboration video. So let's talk about trap beats first. When it comes to trap beats, I don't care for them and I'm not really a fan of them, because when it comes to trap beats, the problem with trap beats is, first of all, there's no variation. You know, a lot of trap beats just kind of sound the exact same. There's not enough variation in them. Secondly, a lot of people use them. They're so overused. So many people use trap beats. It's way too overused. And I don't think it sounds good either. I don't like the way trap beats sound. And I don't think it makes for good music. I just hate the way trap beats sound. I don't like the way they sound. And I think a lot of them just sound the same. There's no variation. And on top of that, you got so many people using them, you know, which is just ridiculous. And it makes a lot of people sound the same. And then when it comes to AutoTune, I really don't care for AutoTune. There might be moments where I don't mind AutoTune, I'll admit, but even in the moments where I don't mind AutoTune, I would never claim that AutoTune takes talent or that it's an amazing thing in music. For the most part, I don't care for AutoTune. AutoTune fucking sucks for the most part because it's just a voice effect that people use. Like, instead of actually using your real voice to rap and sing, they'll use like a voice effect, which is AutoTune, to make it sound good and different, make it sound better, which is just cheap and lame because that takes no talent whatsoever. Instead of actually using your real voice to sing or rap, you throw a voice effect on there, which is AutoTune, to make it sound good and different. And for the most part, it doesn't really do that job at all. It ends up sounding worse and sounding like shit. A lot of times, AutoTune just sounds like crap when you hear it. It just doesn't sound good in rapping ability or singing ability. It just doesn't sound good when it's used. And it's way too overused. A lot of people use AutoTune, and it's something that is still used. And that it also makes a lot of people sound the same, just like trap beats. So like trap beats and AutoTune have a lot in common. They're both used so damn much, you know, and it makes a lot of people sound the same. And I blame Lil Wayne and fucking T-Pain for AutoTune coming into the game, because T-Pain was using AutoTune, Lil Wayne was using AutoTune. I blame both of those guys for AutoTune coming in the game. You know, I blame them for it. But yeah, when it comes to trap beats and AutoTune, I definitely think they're overrated. I really don't care for them. I dislike trap beats because there's just no variation to them. I don't like the way they sound, and I think it just doesn't make for appealing music. I think way too many people use it, and there's no distinction between artists that use trap beats. And they just sound like shit. I don't care for them. I like different types of rap beats. That's why I prefer independent hip-hop. I mean, there is people in independent hip-hop that do use trap beats, but there's a lot more interesting type of production. You know, I like different types of beats. Like, for example, there's a dope song by a rapper named Fix Craven called Phantom. I like that beat because it's different. It has like this Halloween effect to it, and it just sounds really dope. Or you get a beat from someone like JB, who has some nice, I don't know what you would call it, keynotes or something, but he has a nice kind of production with his song Out in the Open. You know, that song Out in the Open by JB and then that one song by Fix Craven called Phantom. These are two underground artists, by the way. Those two songs have different sounding beats, and I like that. I want different type of production. And the problem with mainstream hip-hop and some of independent hip-hop artists is they just overuse trap beats. They use trap beats, and I just don't care for them. There's no variation in them. They sound like shit, in my opinion. I don't like them. I think they're overused. They make a lot of people sound the fucking same, and I'm sick and tired of trap beats. They should have went out of style, because I'm tired of trap beats. And I'm surprised they haven't went out of style, because there's other things in rap that did go out of style. Like some of the music in the 2000s that was made, it went out of style. But for some reason, trap beats are still fucking around. I am sick and tired of trap beats. I dislike them. They all sound the same. There's no variation. It makes a bunch of artists sound the exact fucking same. I just don't like the way they sound, and they're just not interesting to me. I don't like the way they sound. It's just that, you know, the trap beats and the way they sound, I don't care for them. And then, you know, AutoTune, I don't care for AutoTune either, and I think AutoTune sucks, because it's just a crappy voice effect that someone just slaps on their voice when they're singing or rapping to try to make themselves sound good and sound better, when in most cases, AutoTune makes someone sound worse, you know? And it's just a cheap way of opting out to put some voice effect on your voice to make it sound better, whether you're singing or rapping, and it just doesn't do its job, because AutoTune sucks as well. It sounds like shit, it's not appealing to listen to, it's fucking overused, and it makes a lot of artists sound the same, and it's sadly something that's still being used, and I dislike AutoTune, you know? Maybe I don't hate AutoTune as much as trap beats, because like I said, there may be some cases where I don't mind AutoTune, like Royce da 5'9" used AutoTune on the song with Trick called We Deep. I didn't mind it on there, but I would never like defend AutoTune or claim it takes talent. There's times where I maybe don't mind AutoTune, and maybe I could find the rare song where I don't mind trap beats, I guess. But for the most part, I don't care for trap beats and AutoTune. I think they're overrated. I think they're overused. I'm sick and tired of them, and I think they suck, and they're trash, you know? And that's really all I have to say about it. So thanks to Speardude21 for allowing me to be a part of this collaboration. That's really all I have to say. I'm JackalGoldKick. Peace.